I am literally shaking right now. My jaw is still on the floor, and I know I am not the only one screaming at their television screens today. Can we please talk about Vanessa McBride for a second? What was she thinking? But at the same time, I am so incredibly proud of her for finally waking up from her delusional, picture-perfect bubble. For months, we have watched Vanessa play the naive, doting girlfriend to Joey Armstrong, completely ignoring the massive glowing red flags surrounding his entire existence. But today, the blinders officially came off. Vanessa has finally realized that Joey's sister Heather is not just some annoying sibling with a bad attitude. She is pure, unadulterated danger. Let's set the scene, because the cinematography and the tension in this sequence were absolutely top tier. Vanessa secretly meets up with Randy Parker over at Uptown. The atmosphere is tense, the lighting is moody, and you can just feel the desperation radiating off of Vanessa. She doesn't go to the police. She doesn't go to Danny. She goes to Randy, the one man who is deeply embedded in Joey's world, but still has a tether to her family's past. Vanessa practically begs Randy to investigate Heather's past. She tells him that she can feel it in her bones. This woman is hiding a dark, sinister secret connected to Joey. And honestly, we know she is right. We know Heather is the impaler. We know she is running a terrifying international crime syndicate. But Vanessa doesn't have the facts yet. She just has a mother's intuition, and that intuition is screaming at her that Heather is going to bring death and destruction to their doorstep. Now, let's talk about Randy for a second, because I have never been so frustrated and yet so sympathetic toward a character in my entire life. Randy is standing there listening to Vanessa plead with him, and you can see the absolute war going on behind his eyes. On one hand, his loyalty to Joey is absolute. Joey is his boss, his protector, the man who signs his checks and keeps him alive in this dangerous underworld. But on the other hand, there is the ghost of Doug McBride. Doug was Randy's best friend. Doug was a good man, and his memory is literally haunting this entire narrative. When Vanessa looks into Randy's eyes and asks for his help, Randy isn't just looking at his boss's girlfriend. He is looking at his dead best friend's widow. The emotional weight of this scene is staggering. Randy hesitates. You can see him calculating the risks, weighing his loyalty to the criminal underworld against his loyalty to a ghost. And for one beautiful, shining moment, his humanity wins. The memories of Doug, the bond they shared, and the love he still has for Deanna and Vanessa make him. He looks at Vanessa and he actually agrees to help her. I was literally cheering in my living room. I was screaming, yes, Randy, do it for Doug. Bring down the Empire. I thought we were finally going to get a rogue Randy storyline where he works from the inside to dismantle Heather's terrifying operation. But no. Are you kidding me right now? What does Randy do? He completely folds. Instead of following through and investigating Heather, this man turns right around and runs straight to Joey to report the entire conversation. I was throwing popcorn at my screen. I felt so betrayed. Vanessa trusted him, and he completely threw her under the bus. But guys, let's pause and really psychoanalyze this for a second, because as angry as I am, I actually understand why he did it. Randy didn't betray Vanessa out of malice. He betrayed her out of pure, paralyzing fear. Randy knows exactly who and what Heather Armstrong is. He knows she is the Impaler. He knows she is a ruthless, cold-blooded killer who would not hesitate to slaughter both him and Vanessa if she ever found out they were digging into her dark secret. In Randy's twisted, panicked mind, going to Joey was the only way to save their lives. If Heather caught them snooping, they would be dead before the sun went down. By telling Joey, Randy is essentially begging his boss to handle his girlfriend before Heather decides to handle her permanently. It is cowardly, yes, but it is also a desperate move for. And then we get to Joey. Oh my God, Joey Armstrong is losing his absolute mind. When Randy delivers this news, you can literally see Joey's fragile ego and intense paranoia shatter into a million pieces. We have to remember the immense psychological pressure Joey is already under. He just found that damning letter from Doug accusing him of murder. He burned it, but the guilt and the fear are eating him alive. On top of that, Deanna has been executing a masterclass in psychological warfare against him, ordering Tuscany wine, mentioning the Tuscany pin, making him sweat at the dinner table. Joey feels like the walls are closing in on him. So when Joey finds out that his own girlfriend, the woman who is supposed to be his safe haven, his loyal partner, is secretly meeting with his henchmen to investigate his mob boss sister, Joey completely snaps. He feels cornered. He feels like everyone in his life is conspiring to destroy him. He doesn't see Vanessa's actions as a desperate plea for safety. He sees them as high treason. The paranoia has completely taken over his brain, and he is ready to go to war. The confrontation, guys. The confrontation was absolute cinema. Give John Lindstrom and Lauren Buglioli all the Emmys right now because they acted their faces off in this scene. Joey storms in, and the rage radiating from him is terrifying. He doesn't just ask Vanessa about it. He launches a full-scale verbal assault. He furiously accuses her of overstepping every single boundary they have ever set. He calls her a traitor. He accuses her of betraying his trust and going behind his back to conspire with his own employees. But it gets even crazier. Joey is so blinded by his own paranoia that he actually accuses Vanessa of plotting a coup. He screams at her, claiming that she is trying to overthrow him, that she is trying to dismantle his empire from the inside out. Are you serious, Joey? Do you really think Vanessa McBride, the woman who just wanted to open a real estate business and have nice family dinners, is trying to become a mob boss? It is such a wild, unhinged accusation, but it perfectly highlights how deeply Joey's guilt over Doug's death has fractured his reality. He thinks everyone is out to get him because he knows he deserves to be gotten. And how does Vanessa react? Does she back down? No, she does not. My girl Vanessa stands her ground, looks this terrifying man dead in the eye, and fires right back. She is not playing the submissive girlfriend anymore. She unleashes months of pent-up anxiety, fear, and frustration. She screams right back in his face, vehemently denying his ridiculous accusations about a coup. She tells him that she doesn't care about his empire, his casino, or his power. Vanessa makes it crystal clear. This is about survival. This is about protecting her family. She tells Joey that she can see the pure, unadulterated evil radiating off of Heather. She knows that Heather's cruelty knows no bounds, and she refuses to sit back and wait for that darkness to swallow her children whole. Vanessa's mama bear instincts have been fully activated, and she is willing to burn Joey's entire world to the ground if it means keeping Deanna and Donnell safe from Heather's terrifying grasp. I was literally getting chills listening to Vanessa defend herself. She points out that Joey brought this danger into their life. He is the one who allowed Heather to waltz back into town. He is the one harboring dark secrets. Vanessa's just trying to survive the fallout. The dynamic between them has completely shifted. This is no longer a romance. This is a hostage situation, and Vanessa is finally trying to break the chains. But what does this mean for the future? My brain is short-circuiting trying to predict what happens next. Joey is now caught between the woman he supposedly loves and the terrifying sister who runs an international crime syndicate. He knows Vanessa is right to be afraid of Heather, but his ego and his paranoia won't let him admit it. Will Joey lock Vanessa away to keep her quiet? Will he turn against Heather to protect Vanessa? Or will he fully embrace the darkness and push Vanessa away forever? And what about Deanna? If Deanna finds out that Joey screamed at her mother and accused her of treason, she is going to accelerate her revenge plot tenfold. Deanna is already being guided by the ghost of Doug, and this massive blowout is exactly the kind of ammunition she needs to finally destroy Joey Armstrong once and for all. I need to know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Are you Team Vanessa for finally standing up and trying to protect her family? Are you furious at Randy for being a cowardly snitch, or do you understand that he did it to save them from the impaler? And do you think Joey is going to completely lose his grip on reality? Let me know, because I am going to be obsessing over this screaming match for the rest of the week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can keep losing our minds over Fairmont Crest together.